Hopefully. I think my mic audio is a little louder than my desktop, which is everything else, but that's okay. It's whatever.
Alright. Well,
Teensy bit. Close my inbox.
Finlay Flowers.
Finlay.
As I said to Vitra, to Lorenzo, it is a while since we set foot in this world, gazed upon its stories and its people. About a century to be exact. A lot has changed. Cratered by the past. Whether good or bad, the world was altered. That was 100 years ago. It does not apply to you.
Not my time.
Exactly. You are from Andromeda, industrial center of the world. And in all honesty, a shit show.
Yep.
It's been like that for 50 years.
Yep.
Constant warring over God knows what.
First time seeing a tree was when I was 6 years old.
Exactly. Forests were burned to make fuel. Rivers used to feed. Simply for salt, in all honesty. Oceans drained, rivers cut down or cut through for fish. It's how it's been. How it has stayed. You were thrust into war at a young age. Younger than you are now.
Yep. Probably at around, like... Okay, by the time the game starts, Finlay is about 20. So he would probably be in war when he was like 16? 12, okay.
Well, at least in training.
Training at 12.
12.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Thrust into actual combat when you were 14, where you saw men and women die. As war doesn't discriminate. You've seen those horrors. You've seen the hell that it is. Explosions and blood and just the ringing in your ears of not just tinnitus, but the screaming of those who you thought your family, who you knew were family and friend. And you got sick of it. After a couple years of being a soldier, you ran or were discharged. Most likely a mixture of the two. Sold everything. Got on a ship. As last time you were on a ship was as a member of the Navy. And that ship was sank in war. Apprehensively, you got onto this cruise liner, we'll call it, with 40, 50 other people, probably more, and ventured in the ocean as a sightseeing trip. Going from Andromeda to some place called Lace Hall.
Huh. Nice.
Seemingly a bit more peaceful. But it's some random longitude and longitude. Some random point on the map. Hell, it might not even be on the map. Things change. Started raining. Started raining. The sea became choppy and almost angry. It's not too weird. Storms happen on the sea all the time. If not for the fact it was weirdly quick. Just hit. thunder rolling in the background. As you see the ship shift, as if hit by something, as you hear wood splinter and screams run out. What do you do?
I guess, okay, so, click on Albert here. I think in this immediate moment, I would go above. Like just immediately start running up and to the deck of the ship.
Up deck.
Yeah, above deck, yeah.
You're not the only one. People run up and you hear another as you get up the stairs and see this black roiling mass of what is essentially chitin bone and seemingly seawater, though darker than the water around you, or would normally be around you, but at the moment the water is as black as the night sky. As part of the ship has been grabbed by one of these and is being shifted and tilted to the right as you have to balance yourself.
It's very difficult.
Yes, but you're able to lock your peg leg into a slit in the boards and find purchase. As you run up and forward, you see some of the guards of the ship have scimitars out, one even has a gun and fires, and it just hits, doing about nothing. Shouts are ringing out, orders, chaos. It's crazy. What do you do?
Do I see anybody that seems to be in... Oh, okay, right out off the bat in trouble, as in, like, about to fall off the boat or something?
You would see a younger girl, we'll say right here, this one, slide and, like, trip as the ship is hit again, and she trips and slides towards the railing.
Can I run over and try to catch her?
Make a dexterity check.
Okay.
Just straight dexterity.
21.
21? Easy enough. You lock your peg leg into another slit, grab her by a bit rough, but care is not, or delicate care is not something you can afford at the moment.
Oh my
God.
God.
You just hear her breathe, afraid.
Hold
Things
fast!
are
God. I just got
She grabs your arm and scrambles back to her feet. As the ship is let go by one of the tentacles and it back to where it was, bits of water splashing onto the ship.
But they just like step around, stumbling for a moment, looking around to see if there's anyone else falling off, or maybe falling off.
Not that, but you do see a guard, the one who had the gun, or had drawn a gun, gets just grabbed, wrapped immediately, and pulled off the ship. Just, ah!
Does he leave anything behind him? Did he drop the pistol?
Let's find out. Yes. As he is just pulled and thrown off into the...
Could I like
waters.
like sort of limp over there almost and like stumble and attempt to take it?
Yeah.
Alright. I walk over and really as it's like sliding around everywhere, I grab it with my bad hand. And
as you do that, what is your armor class?
18.
That hits.
Shit.
Barely, I will say. As one of the tentacles just swings and you see it hits this guy who is just... And you take... 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch, Jesus Christ.
As you see this guy is hit and you can hear his ribs just shatter as he is thrown against this. This guy stumbles back, hit but not dead.
You really get flung backwards a bit.
Yeah, as you're thrown pretty much right there and just land on your face. As the tentacle just taking a bit of the railing of the ship with it.
I kind of, I don't know, at this point, probably entirely drenched, like my hair in my eyes, I'm gonna just while I'm prone, like, push myself upwards in almost like a push-up motion, and turn around with the pistol and just attempt to
Before
shoot
you
this.
even do that, as you do the push-up, you are met with a figure. Who's in your face.
Huh.
It's weird to look at. Vacant eyes, gaunt features that seem almost metallic as a crown of feathers, maybe? Are there. Its small head disproportionate to the large, roundish body cloaked in red and furs. It just looks at you and twists its head.
I'm probably like coughing up blood on the ship's side. We're just gonna blow back.
As you see a long clawed finger reach and be placed under your chin and force you to look up. Overheima. As its hand moves as if each finger is detached from the other, as one still beneath your chin, the middle and ring finger shift and then placed near your one good eye, open your eye forcefully. Seraha. Orman Kibake. Whoa whoa. It lets go and stands up straight.
At this point, can I attempt to get up? Like, stand up?
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to stand up almost defiantly. At this point, the pistol, whatever, even if it's still there,
It's in your hand.
I'm
You
gonna
grabbed
just instinctively kind of just toss it downwards to the side.
Okay.
Dropping on the ground. And I'm gonna look at this figure with a little bit of a wince. And now I would shout this, but my dad is sleeping. But envision this as if I'm shouting it.
Mm-hmm.
My life has been full of shit already. All of it. Every single second of it. If you're gonna kill me, if you're gonna taunt me death, and I like point at him with my bad hand that's missing like part of my ring finger and middle finger. Do it! Come on! I'm gonna...
You common speak fun.
Yes!
No kill. Fix. That is what we do. Oh, you have already been altered. As you see its vacant eyes drift to your leg and eye. Do not worry. I'm not here to kill. As you see this metallic face curls into a smile. I'm here to learn, to grow, to change. I like your determination. We like your determination. It's a very useful component. Please. I don't wish for blood. Not much, anyway, as he looks at the dead body. You will be enough for now. Come. And he extends a hand. Long and more jointed than a hand should be.
Just finished some college work. What's up, guys?
We're doing a D&D.
Yeah.
Goodbye, guys.
I look at him, and I spit some blood on the ground as this happens off to my right. So you're doing this?
In a way, it is my master.
I don't know if I can take the hand of somebody who's willing to kill for something to fix.
What is the common saying? You cannot break eggs without making an omelet?
You know, for an ethereal man, you're pretty up to date on these things. But fuck! I can't take your hand. It's wrong! It's entirely wrong. It goes against what I stand for as a man.
Conviction too?
I'm not
Wonderful.
I'm not willing to give up my morals for something like this. No way.
As you say this, you hear as two tentacles slam into the back of the ship and you feel it rise.
I probably fall prone. I feel like it.
You'd stumble back. And actually make a dex save. As you see, whoever was at the helm of the ship is just...
That's a 13. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
You stumble, but you're able to keep your balance.
Shit.
You look back and you see as the one tentacle rises, that there's just a stringy mess where the helmsperson was. You seem so confused. I like your conviction. He just takes a few steps. It's hard to see how his legs, if its legs, move.
It has legs.
Yes, it's just this long mass of layered red cloth. As it just walks away from you. See, you see everyone on the ship is looking at it.
I'm like...
As you hear this guard over here just call out, "Die, monster!" and pulls a gun and shoots at it.
Is he hit?
And it just disappears into the fur. This thing doesn't seem to react, just turns its head in a weird, as if like a snake, its whole body shifts. No, not you. As you see, it just reaches towards it, and he's going to make a con save. Oh boy, that's it too. You watch as the body shifts, and you see what you would assume would be like the effect I describe as hold person often, where the muscles and joints lock. It does that, and it continues to lock until it locks in a wrong position, and then it bends even more as the body crunches in on itself and just turns into a gooey ball of blood and flesh. No. Not you. He stops and looks at this person who is the little girl you saved a moment ago. just puts its clawed fingers around her face. Young, so young.
Can I run in and intervene?
I mean, you want to put yourself in between, because its face is about 2 inches from hers.
Can I just move here, I guess, and just hold my hand in front of her? Not her face, but like her like chest, abdomen area.
You basically push her back.
Pretty much, yeah. Not off the edge of the boat, preferably.
Evidently.
Yeah.
No. I said I liked you. Stop.
I'm looking at this creature, just entirely speechless. At this point, my body essentially moved on its own. I'm not clever enough to say anything. And the bold fist. Just...
You don't speak Abyssal, do you?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah,
That's
no,
why I'm
I don't even.
making... Yeah, he's...
Listen.
As he just walks away from you.
The only way I could describe this shit, and I'm like shouting this slightly, is that this is probably my dream. I'm dreaming right now. That's the only thing that would make sense, right? I'm just like walking towards here. Please! Even if you're an aspect of my mind that's come to fuck me, can you just...
You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as you feel something hit you.
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
And you are slammed against this. And from there, you are unconscious. Make a death save.
Okay.
Actually, no, make a constitution saving.
Constitution. I'm slightly better at those. Slightly.
Yeah, because you get to add a bonus.
That's a 7.
A 7?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Nothing. Roll again.
Con. That's a 13. Unlucky number.
13? You begin to try. Your eyes are still heavy and shut. You feel the pain, but you're beginning to come back to consciousness. Roll again.
13 again. Another unlucky number. Jesus Christ.
Again, the same starting to stir.
Finlay.
Roll again.
And... Oh wait, that was a check. Oh, it's the same mod anyways. That's an 18. Holy shit, these are pretty decent actually.
Your eyes open as you see bodies. More than when you went down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As the thing holds a guard by, like, essentially palming his head like a basketball. You are... How do I describe this? About 4 of your ribs are broken.
Yep.
You have a concussion.
Yep.
And that's the extent of the injuries, but you are bleeding, like you cough and there's just...
Yeah. A couple hairline fractures, you know. It's nothing that I haven't been through. I'm trying desperately to get up. No, it's not working at all. Like, I'm essentially forcing myself to cough blood, and I'm just falling in the ground over and over again, slipping on the water as the ship continues to billow.
Are you making noise?
Probably groans of immense discomfort.
You have 1 hit point, by the way.
Yes, that makes sense. I think that yeah. 1. That changes.
As you're doing this, the head turns to look at you, and as it does, it almost absent-mindedly just closes its hand, and this guard's face is flayed.
Whoa. That's
The
a lot.
clawed fingers just close around it, and like pie slices, just as if the skull wasn't even there. And it falls and begins leaking blood onto the deck. Oh, se mahera mentori wato sedawata. As it shuffles over to you. Strong. A will is good. A will is very good.
Struggling to get up in front of him, but it's just not working. At this point, I'm just
Dang.
coughing up pools of blood and snot nearby his like feet, not on purpose, just because I'm literally like chest down on the fucking ground, and his feet they're right by me essentially.
Vote Lamar. Make a wisdom or charisma saving throw. Sorry.
I'm bad at those. Well, nat
Plus
20,
0, you're fine.
12.
12, failure.
Yeah.
He basically essentially casts suggestion, stay.
Oh.
So you feel yourself compelled to sit. Even against your own will. As you watch, it had been using its right hand, which was the only one you had seen, as the left hand was tucked somewhere, as it extends that. And instead of the long claws, it is 3 fingers, each one shaped similarly to a key in a way, where it's like a long, like cylindrical tube, and then there's extensions, branches almost, from each one, 3 on each head. So it then places all 3 on your chest, just pushes a little. You regain 21 hit points,
Oh.
as well as your ribs snap back into place. You still have a concussion, but your physical wounds are healed. You still are
Compelled by
compulsion
suggestion,
to
yeah.
stay
I would've
there,
probably
and
just
then
sat up and
it
moved
walks. It just walks away. Stay, 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 stay. So many good material. It almost seems to be singing to itself as your turn passes and you are back to be able to do something. The tentacles seem to have stopped, now just holding the ship in place.
I'm gonna look back towards these people over here. Are they alive?
These 3, yes, though this one seems to have had his leg cut in 3s. So you see one piece of his leg is over there, one piece is over there, and the rest is right here. This seems to be the mother of this girl who has pulled the girl close and is now clutching her on the knees crying.
So I'm still under the effects of suggestion, correct?
No.
Oh, not anymore. Okay, I'm gonna do something kind of stupid. There's a corpse here, right?
This guy's dying. There is a corpse here, though.
There's a corpse there, right? Okay.
And here.
This
Basically, every bloodstain is a corpse.
sounds kind of absurd. From my time in warring and whatnot, would I know that bodies are buoyant?
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of sneakily go over
You
here.
would also be aware that this ship does have dinghies.
I'm assuming under?
No, they would be hanging from the side. This map just doesn't show it, so I'll use
okay,
this.
yeah.
There's one here and one here.
Alright.
Definitely not enough for the entire ship, but you know, Titanic problems. Andromeda likes its capitalism, and boats are kind of expensive. I mean, they don't sink that often.
Okay, so I'm gonna look over here to these two mother and child and say, listen, I can permit something for you, okay? You just need to trust me. You too.
The mother seems fucking terrified. The girl nods.
Listen, kid. You're the one that has the strength. It's the kids that hold the future, right? You gotta look out for it. If you remember something, anything, just remember it's Finlay. Alright, now get to that dinghy, and then when things go a little wild, just go. Understand? Just be careful and be fast. And I'm gonna walk over here. I'm gonna pick the gun back up. Can I move around here?
Yeah, easy enough to do. It seems like this being isn't paying attention to you as you do watch it just... It's not pretty. It's very clean, though. Almost surgical, as it takes, like, using 2 fingers to grab behind a neck, and then using another one to just cut the face off of a guy. No,
So, okay, this sounds stupid, right? Do I hear the melody of the song?
Melody is a stretch. It's more like
ramblings, but it's
discordant ramblings with a sense of musicality to it.
Well,
have you ever heard an untuned piano?
Yes.
That.
I mean, it's a good thing that Finlay is not a musician. I'm gonna pick the gun up, and in in essentially increments of 4, like 1, 2, 3, 4. That was wrong. That was 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. I'm just gonna shoot it into the air, and then kind of harmonize or vibe with him.
I will say, this isn't a real time signature, I don't think, but his song is like in 3/8.
I give it a shot. Gotta give it a shot. I'm bad. Listen, I'm just going.
Oh, really?
Any combination of numbers can be a time signature. It might not be pretty, but it exists.
Yep.
Would 3/8 be pretty, Jordan?
No.
Okay, good. That's the point. That's all that matters. Make an intelligence or charisma check.
What are they?
Intelligence or performance?
I'll do performance. This is gonna be fucking terrible. Please.
Are you missing ink already?
19 is pretty good!
19 is really good. You are able to match it as he turns, or it turns and looks. Oh? Sarahima. You don't want to stay.
Huh?
I told you sit. Se va. Mamo kara papa dero nendamba.
Listen. I will stay right here beyond this line. For now. Now I'm gonna like trace my thing up. Okay.
It's just looking at you at this point. It sort of like swings its head back and forth.
Listen, the joys of human life are also quite pleasant sometimes. If you don't have the rhyme or the reason, then maybe it isn't so sublime.
It takes out the left hand again and just claps. And it does sound like a bunch of forks and knives slapping against each other.
As this is happening, can they attempt to like dash away?
You mean when this thing is very evidently looking in their direction?
Yeah, maybe not.
I mean, the girl sort of slowly starts shuffling.
That's it. with the...
This guy is dead at this point. He
Yeah,
bled
it
out
makes it. Yeah, it makes
5
sense.
minutes ago.
Mm-hmm. There's a polyrhythm to be found in a lot of things. And I back up over here and I take a seat. That's all for me.
I like your singing. Very nice. As
Yeah.
it turns around on it, fucking uncaring of what's going on over there.
I think in shock at this point, I'd be probably honestly just talking about my life to this thing. Literally, I just watched multiple people get horribly murdered in front of me.
As you see, it put the clawed hand to this guy's chest. And as it's doing it, these guys just... they're not staying. They fucking
They
run.
start running. Yeah, makes sense.
And once this, presumably, performer
Yeah.
sees that a boat is being lowered, they begin helping. These two... This
Listen.
one tries to go, and you see this tentacle, and just cut through this staircase. As these
Jesus.
two are now stains on the floor.
Wow, okay. Do you have a name? I'm gonna shout that off to him. Or her, or they, or it, I don't know.
It's
Yeah,
an it.
yeah.
Name?
Something you go by?
No.
Huh. Really?
I am a doctor.
Oh.
I am a surgeon.
Well,
I am a crafter. A creator. You see as it pushes the knife hand through a guy's chest.
well, which title fits you the best then?
Yes.
Well then, Mr. Crafter. I feel like he moved that fast, like he just
Yep.
slid essentially.
Yeah, no,
right
that
up
was
to me.
intentional. Also, you do see these people have gotten onto the boat, and the little girl
It's
kind of
just-
looks at you.
I would wink at her, but it's my bad eye. It's... Yep. Well... It's... Finlay. That's me.
Finlay. What a nice name. Like a flower.
Yeah, actually. I don't know. You know,
Unbloomed. So young. As it reaches out and just kind of caresses your hair. So nice. See the boat.
entire life. You know, I don't know if you'd understand this, but have you ever lost somebody?
No.
Have you ever lost something important to you?
Oh, yes. There is one, many. And as you say that, you hear a... As you see this tentacle swing down somewhere over here. Couple of screams. But from the angle you're at, you can't see what happened. As you see this thing look... There were more. More ingredients. Where? Estaba Emma. As it just slowly moves over here and looks.
I can't even bring myself to move over there. I don't think that's something that...
Shame. To master they go. Sebate kama. Ebare. Finlay.
Yeah.
Finlay. As it just grabs your face. You can feel the claws easily cut through skin. Make a constitution save.
Oh boy, I'm not good at these. That's a 17. Ow, my nose.
You feel its hand tighten, but you shift your head in a way where the claws, because its hand doesn't move no matter what you do, its hand is just gonna close. You shift your head and they just cut your skin, and you feel the skin on both of your cheeks is just sliced off like a fish's skin.
Oh.
Stronger. As you see, it holds the two bits of skin in its fingers. Useful. Very. Fun. Stay here. Sebake matvote. Aseara. Imiwo. As it disappears below deck. And you just hear screams. And sometimes the splatter of blood. Or you can assume to be blood. Though it is. To be washed away by the rain. As the stains on the bodies here are already being pulled away by the nature. There's a boat next to you.
There sure is. I'm gonna attempt to crawl for it. Still holding
Easy
my
enough to
head.
do.
And would I have like a knife on me? Does that seem reasonable?
Yes.
Okay, so normally when you lower a boat, you have to, use a pulley or whatever the hell, so it goes down, 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 all that stuff.
Yeah, you're just gonna get in the boat and cut it?
Just cut it, yeah.
Yeah. Make a dex check or save. No, just make a dex check.
Shit. Please be good. It's a 13.
You and hit your chin. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Ah.
Ow. Hard to stay balanced falling with a fake leg.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But you are in the boat.
I am just gonna flat out, I'm going to pedal as hard as possible. Is it a rowboat or a sailboat?
Rowboat.
Rowboat. I think at this point, I'm just gonna let the current just fucking take me. Wherever the hell these big ass waves are going, I'm going that way and I'm pedaling into it.
It is not kind. You are just thrown.
Yep! If I'm thrown away from this, that's fine. That's, my
The
face has
tentacles
been
don't
maimed.
seem to react. You are just pulled away. And you get about what seems to be out of their reach. And then start paddling, attempting to at least.
Okay.
Roll a D100.
Okay, well, let's hope for the best here. There it is, D100. That is a 66. What an evil number.
You are rowing, and then you hear as you look, as whatever light from the moon was showing is blotted out by a wave. And it just hits you. As it just... The rowboat is capsized immediately, and you are thrown into the ocean. What do you do?
I struggle. I just keep struggling.
Make a athletics check.
I'm bad at those.
Yeah,
Never mind, I got it to 19.
You're
That's
able
pretty
to
good.
keep your head above water, though struggling.
Do I see the boat, overturned or anything, or did it
Yes.
just go straight under? Can I attempt to, mantle onto the boat, the overturned boat?
Yes.
Can I do that? Would that be, acrobatics or something?
With a 19, I say you can just do it.
Oh, okay, nice. Oh yeah.
Pull yourself up, grabbing the, forget exactly what it's called at the moment, but the little, like jut of wood on the bottom of it that sort of sticks out to keep, and just grab onto that and pull. Just... As you're about 200 feet from the boat when you see the tentacles just on it, and it just splinters and it sinks.
So
Seemingly with that creature on it. As the tentacles just pull it into the water.
I'm gonna just, at this point... Okay, I would shout this, but my dad's asleep. Envision that I'm shouting. Like, I raise one of my arms momentarily as my knees, like, mantle on this thing. As I'm gonna just essentially shout into the sky. Finlay flowers! You hear me? Finlay flowers is not dying here.
Make a perception check.
Perception. Actually, not that bad at these ones. 21! Holy cow, lucky me.
21. You see another massive wave. Not at you, just in the distance a bit. Then another one. Then another one. Then another one.
Just gonna start shouting.
As you realize it's not waves.
Yeah.
That's a creature.
Creature, yep, that makes sense.
As it is a massive serpentine-like beast that just, its body seems to shift in a weird jittery motion, and those are the massive waves you see. You realize that's what hit you and knocked over your ship. That's what sent you roughly 300 feet away from where you were.
I look at this thing with abject fear. A lot of it.
As you see, it is not paying attention to you. It's circling where the ship was. As you see water start to be drawn towards the center of where that mass is spinning.
Bring it on. Exasperatedly, just at this point, almost whispering to myself, "Bring it on. Do it." Like just entirely exhausted on this little overturned dinghy.
And that's the last thing you remember. As you hear a voice. Hey! As you feel something shake you. As you are pulled from the water onto a ship. You alright, son?
I think I would be too delirious to respond to him. You have any water? I tried drinking some there and it didn't bode me well. You have any water?
Or that was a nasty storm you got caught in. As he turns and just grabs from this barrel, he just dips water skin into it and hands it to you.
Is my face still really fucked up, by the way? Like, are the pieces of, like, my cheeks still, like...
It is freshly, like, scabbed.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So I have essentially, like, these large, like, red blots on either side of my face. Holy shit! I grab it and I kind of just squeeze it down my throat, to the point where I start throwing up. It kind of flies out of my nose.
Slow down, lad. Slow down, lad. Slow down, lad.
I think and I'd be like leaning on my left hand here right now, on my knees, and then I kind of gives out and I kind of just fall over and make my head in the side of the thing here.
He catches you. Calm down. Take a breath. You're safe. You're safe. You alright? That's not his way. You alright?
I think this is... I've probably been through worse.
He shifts you so you're leaning against the railing. What's your name, lad?
It's Finn.
Finn.
Yours?
Marcus. Marcus Damaris.
Well, Sir Damaris.
Make a history check.
Alright. History. I think. Would I make this with disadvantage because I'm, hilariously.
Normally, yes, but
Oh.
currently, no.
Ooh, cool. Alright. Well, hopefully this is a decent roll. That's a 2.
I got no fucking clue who this is.
Listen, Mr. Damaris? I'm
That'd
sorry.
be me.
My ears are quite clogged. Thank you. I really thank you. And I
No problem.
close my hands together towards him in a very over the top prayer motion because I'm just entirely out of it. Finlay would probably have bruises and shit all over his body too. His eye
You
patch
do
would be
realize,
flung ajar.
Tom, you can add a knife to your inventory or a dagger.
Oh, okay, nice.
But you have the dagger you used to cut the ropes, ripped clothing, your leg, and the brooch that was in your pocket. That is it.
So, I have this dull knife I could repay you with.
No need for that.
Oh, good. I'm poor.
It's entirely fine. That's how I was when they found me. As you see, he steps over here and pulls a rope. Let's get you back to the islands.
Islands? What? Oh.
Oh, you're far from home, lad.
Good.
But closer than you'll ever be.
I think I'd much rather be far from home than anywhere else right now.
Where are you from, lad?
Way off in Andromeda. Near the south.
Make an insight check.
Let me roll. There it is. I'm actually pretty good with insight. 16!
You can tell there's a change the moment you say Andromeda. But he shakes it off. Andromeda? From the south, you said?
Yeah. Not
Quite the
very.
ways. Though, then again, I don't exactly know where this place is. Somewhere farther north from that, at least.
I mean, where are you from?
Right back at you.
Oh.
Andromeda myself.
Oh. Nice to meet another fellow layman, I guess. And I take a sip.
Yeah. As you sail on the... you take a moment to breathe in and look around as he sails back. You see the water is crystal clear. And looking over it a bit, you see coral. Beautiful colors of coral reef. The clouds above you, a beautiful white and sparse, like pulled cotton over the sky. The sun sitting decently high. The wake of the ship cutting behind you through the water as you see beneath you 2 mermaids spinning in tandem as if chasing each other. Younger, you can tell, even though you may not know much about mermaids, just
They're
under
real.
the boat.
They're real.
What, the mermaids? Yes, you get used to them.
I have to. Oh! And I hit the railing after I trip
Careful,
on the
son.
anchor. Oh! 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 Oh my! Oh!
And as you sail, you turn your focus back forward as you see islands. A very large one where a bit on raised a bit on what could be a mountain, but it's closer to a large hill. You see settlement, decorated beautifully, lights shining. You can even see the colors from this distance. Lush forests across this island. Another a bit in the distance, a bit taller than the first, and then beyond both of those, you see one that peaks above, a light shining that glints against your eyes as if a lighthouse. As you sail in.
So, over. Wait. Where
You'd be
exactly?
down here.
Oh, Denver. Oh, there.
So let me...
Praise be Rome. I'm dead, aren't I? I have to be dead, right?
Oh, that's what I thought too. But no.
Why the only...
Welcome to Tertulum.
Tertulum. It's like I'm in heaven.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Once we get closer to shore, let me roll something for myself real quick. Yeah, Finlay is just going to full-on jump off of the front of the boat and just dive into the water.
As you get closer and you see a cabin.
Yeah, I just jump off and start swimming around. I really see all this, like, fauna and, well...
This is the night map, but I don't have a daytime
It
map.
works, yeah. As I just kind of...
As you pull up here...
I'll
grab my boat.
I'll just move right here, I guess.
Welcome.
I'd be like spinning in circles like a little girl at a fucking like fair, essentially.
You must have been through some shit.
My entire life has been shit up until this moment.
Well, you are from Andromeda.
I'd be tearing up a little bit as he kind of just runs around the beach scene, just looking at everything.
Finlay is 20 when the game starts, right?
Yes, but I'd like to
So-
mention, because of how his upbringing was, he never really had much of a childhood. So he is a
You're
bit of
18 at this point, by the way. It's 2 years before the game
Oh, okay.
starts.
Yeah, he's a bit of a kid at heart. I'll think- and now that it's kind of set in, the wonder has... It hasn't worn off at all. I just actually set foot on land. I think I just pass out face down from exhaustion. I literally just trip over myself into the sand.
An unknown amount of time later, you'd wake up in a bed with the smell of food filling the area.
It's real! I'm not dreaming! I just immediately wake up just laughing. At this point, I'd probably scamper immediately out of bed. I'd like to think the peg leg would be on the side here, and I kind of like limp out as I like kick with the nub off the bed. I fall over, spin, and hit my back on this relatively kind of weakish wall, and then I like...
Morning, kiddo.
Morning to you, sir. And I hop over, left leg first, and I grab the peg leg. I fix it onto my knee properly, really shake it on and actually clear it out of sand because there's really a lot of sand in it. And then I just kind of quickly bolt out here and then politely run over, looking at whatever the hell is on the table.
Afternoon.
Yeah, it's real! You're real!
That I am.
Mr. Damaris, you're real! I like grab him by like the shoulders when I'm trying.
Careful, son. You see, he's not in the, like, quote-unquote captaining attire. He's got just a simple white sailor shirt, linens, and he's not even wearing shoes at this point. As you see, he takes a pot off of this stove over here, which is a stone slab, which has been used. You see, like, the dirt and, like, burn marks on it as you see a rune, seemingly druidic in nature that seems to create heat. Wow. As he takes a metal pot off of it and then puts it on the table, reaches into a cupboard that's just down here, pulls out 2 wooden bowls and places them on the table next to some things. Just making food, so good time to wake up as you smell what is essentially leftovers in a pot with broth. So, the bachelor's surprise.
I didn't know things were so bougie in heaven.
This is nothing.
A real druidic circle. I have never seen one other than, like, facilitated cafeterias, and even then, they just look fake and stupid. It's
Nothing.
Oh, it's so fancy. And everything outside of these windows, it's so pretty. There's a real...
You get in good with a druid, they make it for you.
Wow.
And you see, it is actually a bit darker now. Like, the map is more equal to what it shows.
Makes sense, yeah. I'm assuming it's really a little more overcast now, I assume. Because it's the afternoon, yeah. Right. Oh my.
Well then.
I don't think I've ever slept any better. Well, how long has it been?
About a day and a half.
What?
Yes. Must have been through quite a lot.
A day and a...
Your body needed it. And you'll learn very quickly the more you stay here. This island's on no time.
I'd love to be on no time. This place like this. Oh, and this is just the tip of the berg. Iceberg. Right? There's more here.
Yep.
You said
Oh, there's quite a lot more.
chain, right? I've been dreaming of it.
There's 3 of them.
Really? 3?
That there is.
3.
We're on Terran right now.
Terran.
Yep.
Oh, that's a nice little name. Oh my. Oh. Well, I mean, you have any place for me to I guess do my pleasantries? You know, wipe my hand in a bowl with a lemon or something. I don't know.
He points to what is essentially a basin with water in it.
Ooh. Oh, it's so clear. Not even a speck nor anything brown.
You can see another druidic circle on the base where there is like a small stone circle.
Finlay would literally just stick his entire head into the basin, looking at it.
Yep.
His eyes wide open in this like seawater.
There's a rag next to it.
Wow. Oh, that water's so nice.
That it is. And pull your hand out and give it a second.
Huh? Okay.
As you see, you were dirty. Like the
Yes.
water has visibly changed, and you watch as after about 6 seconds, it slowly begins to clear up.
As this, I assume as this happens, I kind of like grab the water and I slap my face a little bit, and then I realize how painful that is. Without thinking. And then I continue to. I wash my hands a little more apprehensively now that things have caught up with me a little more.
Now come eat. You're gonna need it.
Oh, sure.
As you see, he's filled a bowl, the bowl he had pulled out for you with a nice good old serving that essentially he spilled a bit of it, to be honest, on the table.
So nice. And I kind of chow down on it, like, with such post-haste that it's a bit much, especially for someone who hasn't eaten in a day and a half.
It's not bad. It's mostly like... It's very fishy.
Okay. I want to... This is a little detail that I wanted to say a little while earlier, but Finlay has perfect teeth. And that's not because I want him to look good, it's because he was too poor to even afford anything that could have sugar in it. He's been eating, like, gruel and oatmeal for a majority of his life. This is probably the best thing he has ever tasted, ever.
It is leftovers that are seasoned with spices you've never actually had.
Yeah, I don't even think he knows what spice is other than just a rich person thing that he's escorted once or twice.
You've had salt. You've had salt.
Salt, alright. It's so...
No need to cry over it, son. This is probably the worst food you're gonna have on this island.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It hurts my tongue in such a good way.
Yeah, it was just an old man throwing whatever was in the box in his bowl.
And I eat too much of it, and then kind of, for a moment, start, like, coughing, and then, like, realize how painful a spice can be with too much of it.
It is spicy, I will
Yeah,
say. Like,
that's,
it's spicy. Zizzy walks over here, and there's a couple of cups just on like a shelf, and he takes them. And in the same basin you washed your hands in, but you see it's now the same clear water. He just scoops a couple of cups of water and places it on the table and slides one to you.
I just start drinking it immediately. I really gulp down like half of the mug, and I lean back for a moment, holding my stomach, as I feel like I would have just destroyed the pot of, or not the pot, but the little bowl of stew he gave me. Oh.
He smiles, then takes the more like this, essentially like a stone crock pot, and just slides it to you.
Sir, you're an angel. You have to be.
Yeah. Well, crawled my way up from hell.
I mean, for what it's worth, you deserve to be in heaven. Stuff like this.
Like I said, this is probably the worst you'll get.
Hey, well, if it's the worst, maybe I don't want the best. I'd probably die.
Well, we'll go into the city tomorrow.
Really? Wow.
Yes, I mean, no offense, but you kind of got a look about you. Look like you got hurt real bad. You still have a concussion, by the way. And you are dehydrated, your cheeks are flayed, and there's more, like, bruises and beats on you than you'd notice. Like, you swelled up overnight, essentially.
That makes sense. Huh. Well, I mean, I guess I've never realized it. I've never been one with the ladies, so I'm not very cognizant of how I look.
Well, it's more than that. I mean, he reaches over and, like, touches you, like, around your elbow, and it is painful.
Ooh. Oh.
We'll take you to the temple. They should get you fixed up real nice.
A temple? Like a place of clericism? I don't know the word.
Worship.
Yeah. That one.
Yep.
That one.
The Lady of Light.
Huh.
Hello, girl.
Huh.
The bright star.
Oh. She sounds nice. I hope I didn't swear.
She is.
Actually. I don't know. When I washed up here, I did scream at the sky. I hope I wasn't screaming at her. She's responsible for all this. Well, I mean, if she
wouldn't care. If you went through shit, she'll accept you. Took me in a couple years ago.
It's really nice.
Man, all the peoples here are. It's weird.
I mean, I don't think weird's ever been not good. Sometimes. Well, Denmaris, Mr. Denmaris.
Marcus. Just call me Marcus.
Well, Marcus, could you tell me a little about yourself? You are my savior, I'd love to know more.
Nah, I'm just an old man with too much time on his hands.
Well, I mean, it takes time to be old, so I'm assuming you spent that time doing something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've spent most of my time, most of my good years here.
Huh.
Washed up on the shores, saved by the Mother Siren. What?
Mother Siren?
30-odd years now.
Oh, wow. 30
Set myself
years.
up real nice.
Well, how old are you?
God's knows, 60-something at this point.
Huh.
Kind of stopped keeping track. The calendar's different than it here than it was in Andromeda, so you kind of lose track.
60, huh? I mean, I'm not going for brownie points, but I don't know, you don't look a day over 50. Maybe it's the seawater.
It's the islands. Good food, even better drink, as he gestures to a wine rack.
Oh, please, God! I clasp my hand towards him and I hold the mug.
He gestures to it. Help yourself.
I walk over. I look towards him and I hover my hand over a handful of bottles, and whichever one he affirms, I grab it.
He just looks at you like you can take whichever one.
Alright.
We'll say roll a d6.
A D6. That is a 5.
Ooh. Ooh, that one's fun. You see a bottle that's a bit shorter and in a heavy glass bottle. It's got nice weight to it. On it is, in a language you do not understand, it says Weva, as in W-E-I apostrophe V-A with an umlaut.
I grab it and I like look at it for a moment. Wow.
It has an interestingly gray coloration. Like a brownish gray coloration.
I think because Finlay's a bit stupid, he'd be a little dissuaded by the coloration, mainly because it looks like gruel. And also he doesn't associate gray with fruit.
Gray sap. Huh? That one's interesting.
Huh. Well, I mean,
Take a drink.
yes. Yes, sir. I like pop the cork and I just kind of I waterfall it so I don't put my lips on it.
Is Finlay lightweight?
Yes.
Make a con save.
He's 18 years old and dehydrated. He's also missing like probably like a tenth of his body. A Constitution save. That's a 3.
A 3? You are more than buzzed instantly, as this thing is strong. It has a nice, sweet, but slightly oaky flavor. And as it goes down, you get the scent. You get a nice scent of what is the same, like, oaky sense. For the next hour, you have a +1 to all damage rolls.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, I made actual drinks for this island, by the way. Like, there's 6 drinks I custom made because Dom's a bartender.
I like jump up and down when it's her, then I kind of like giggle like a schoolgirl. It feels like a bunch of people dancing on my mouth. It's so nice. Oh,
That one's a good one.
There's a flavor to it. I don't know what it is. It's so. I feel like I'm gonna break something, but in the best way possible. Oh,
That one makes you stronger.
really?
Almost literally.
Huh.
A little bit.
There's
He
something-
points to one of the bottles. It's a clear liquid. I myself prefer that one.
Is that a wine?
Leighton.
Leighton.
Something like that.
Huh. I mean, I've always associated clear with water. Well, good
Well,
water.
it's not really alcohol, it's more just flavor.
Sounds pleasant, honestly. I'm not much of a drinker. You know.
It goes well with other drinks though.
Oh, man.
I prefer that one, and then as he stands up and grabs another bottle that is darker reddish color with glints of like orange going through it. This one's probably my favorite personally. And he grabs the one he pointed out earlier and places them on the table and grabs a cup and basically mixes them, like just eyeballs it.
Yeah. You know, and
As-
I'd take like another swig. This sounds kind of stupid, right? But this bottle here, the short and stout one, the gray stuff, kind of reminds me of this lady friend I used to like.
As he opens the first one, you get a sense of like this spice. It's a rum, so it's got like a nice, like earthy almost hit to it.
Ooh.
And smells strong. And then he opens the clear bottle, and you are immediately overwhelmed with citrus. Just as he then pours it, and once he pours it in and corks the clear one, the scent begins to mellow out as he shakes the drink a bit, and it now is like a very pleasant citrus.
Wow. My Rome, it's like an orange just fucking... It just... Ha ha
Yeah. It's good, and this island's got some interesting fruits.
It smells so nice. Oh my.
It is. It's enjoyable.
Yeah.
As you see, he takes a sip.
Huh. Say, you want to do a cheers? And I hold up the bottle of wine. Just
Sure.
only a quarter done. And I'm
We'll
like,
call it maybe not a cheers, but a welcome to the islands.
huh. Welcome to heaven. I was
Welcome to heaven.
I guess I was thinking more about the people that never got to get here.
Well, then you best make the most of it for him.
Yeah, true. That lady friend of mine. I wonder. She's
He
thinking
clinks his drink with yours and drinks it.
Yeah. I choose with them, and before I do anything, I wonder if she's thinking about me from up there.
Yeah, you never know until you meet him.
Yeah. Guess we all die one day. Huh. Gotta live life to its fullest. And I drink pretty voraciously at this point. I'm gonna go to the con save.
You don't need to. You wake up the next morning
Yep,
as he seems decently
too.
fine, but you are. Yeah, he put you back in your bed and he knocks on the door. Just
it's like gunshots. Could you just hold for a sec? Is the room? Do rooms move in houses? Is that a thing that's supposed to happen?
don't worry, you'll be fine in a bit. As he opens the door and hands you a drink. It's like a tea glass.
Well, real classy, eh? I just like sip on it lightly and slowly, kind of nursing it.
You realize it's one, alcoholic,
Oh,
and two, it has essentially the same effects as coffee.
oh,
As it's got like a slight cinnamon taste to it. It's sweet, very sweet.
oh. It's dancing on my mouth.
That one's good to have. Kills a hangover. For the next 24 hours, you are immune to exhaustion.
I feel like I'm gonna have
After
a
you
nosebleed.
finish the entire glass. That
Yeah, I just drink it all, like flat out, straight up after sipping it. I feel like I'm gonna have a nosebleed.
Well, we're heading into the city today.
Okay.
Gotta get you checked out. So put on that leg of yours and
Yeah, alright. And I hobble over and I grab it and I just walk and go.
you see he's walked over and he has the big captain's hat. And he places it on his head and throws a bag over his shoulder.
Well.
Right, let's get moving. Leads you out.
As this happens, I probably tie all my hair into like essentially a ponytail and just properly go about it. Finlay would have very, very long, almost like a little below the shoulders of just like brown hair. It kind of just droops and pushes backwards. It's very silky and smooth. It's not curly at all. Wow.
Marcus lives right about here.
Wait, sorry, where? Oh, there. Okay. Alright.
And he leads you through the islands.
You mind if I just put like a little marker right here just to signify that it's his house?
Yeah.
Just, like put that there, I guess. Just right there. There we go, perfect. Alright. Wow. A real forest. I've only
Yeah,
seen
quite nice.
I've seen like paintings of these and military opposites.
Andromeda's is still fucked as it was then.
It feels like my lungs are crying in such happiness.
The air's fresh here. Food's even better. You'll see the farm when we pass it.
A real farm, really?
Yeah.
Like cows and those pink things that blink.
Yep. And a number of other creatures.
You could, wow.
It takes probably about an hour to walk.
I think it would take a little
Maybe
longer.
a little bit longer.
Kind of dawdling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're spending your time enjoying as Marcus is laughing and generally just enjoying having company, to be honest. As you make your way onto a path. Like, you had been following what was essentially a game trail that Marcus has basically created over 30 years.
Wow.
Now you see a farm.
Would he tell me about the trail that he created? Like that he specifically made it, or would he just not say anything?
Not this trail.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh,
from
this
his house
specific
to
trail.
this.
Alright, here. Yeah.
This is an actually, like,
Proper road?
semi-paved road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's not paved, it's dirt, but there are cobblestones and stuff. As you're walking, you see, like, 4 people, like,
Wow.
moving by with a cart that a ox is pulling. As Marcus just waves, you see a dragonborn, 2 tieflings, and a human man.
I waved to them with the dumbest look on my face.
They nod, and the dragonborn just calls out, "Mr. Damaris! Morning.
That's real.
Morning to you as well."
Oh.
As you see the sprawling fields, as you're hit with a nice gust of warm air, and the smell of manure.
It's real manure.
Yeah,
It's just not.
you never quite get used to the smell, but it ain't too bad.
This is so
You
much.
see the windmill a bit in the distance spinning,
God.
as you see Solway above you. As Marcus points it out, this is Solway, largest settlement on the islands.
God, it's so pretty for a city. Oh, all the houses look so
well.
pristine and colorful.
Lady Alokio does not like it being dirty.
I mean, she's great. Great.
Yeah, I agree. She is quite something. He points a bit in the distance, and you can't really see it, at least yet. But as you move up, you do see a structure in the distance on the other end of the island. That's her manor over there. Bright sky.
Huh. Over, where again? Viewed.
Other end of the island.
Other end, right there. Oh.
It's literally labeled.
Wow.
She didn't even ask for it to be built. We just built it there because she does so much for us.
Huh.
She spent so much time over there, might as well give her a home.
That's such kindness.
Well, it's both ways. They let us stay here.
Huh. I should have the same like that. Huh.
Marcus greets people as he walks.
Hi, hello. Wow, you look really cool. That's
Thank you.
I'm just gonna like.
A few ask who you are, and you introduce yourself. Marcus saying you're new to the islands. People are very welcoming, just generally happy. As you see, a couple of carts are going down. You see a few carts are bringing food up. Right then, let's get you to the temple.
Yeah. Gonna just hop and skip through these streets with him.
As you move up, and you see this rather large building. It's very pretty too.
Wow.
Everything is. You see those just colorful banners and strings hanging from building to building, lanterns that you can assume alight at night. Hustle and bustle, though nowhere near the overpopulation of Andromeda. It's it's loud in the best way possible.
Wow.
As you arrive in front of this building.
This is. I feel like I don't even like deserve to touch this thing.
Oh, don't worry about it. As you see, the doors are like half open as Marcus pushes one. Come on in.
Okay. I walk through and I kind of like wipe one of my eyes. So I just
As you enter, you see a few people praying seemingly cleric-y types, dressed casually. But three people stand out. You can guess who they are. They're the
Yes.
named characters. You can't tell what race they are, but you see a figure cloaked with a high white collar, and his head is this black and red, just fire, maybe? You see a half-orc woman with these red tattoos, their yellowish skin marked with it, this bright, like, brown and white mixed hair as these two are talking, and a person with this sort of stern, you can tell they're the soldier type, this black tiefling with draconic almost scales and markings on their body that is just sitting larger figure. They are wearing what seems to be some type of half plate.
Interesting.
As Marcus walks in.
Absent-mindedly, I'd probably call out and be like, "Hi, friends!" as it would like echo and reverberate, and I'd realize that was kind of a mistake.
Marcus laughs as the half-orc woman just... Oh, Mr. Dunmers. Pleasure to see you again. And they are shouting across the hall, by the way. Miss Anir. Good to see you as well. Come on, boy. And Marcus lowers his head. Mr. Stock. The figure introduces Mr. Stock, nods. Mr. Dunmers. Pleasure as always. Hope I didn't interrupt anything. No, it's just business as always. Preparing for festivals. That is why I'm ever on Terran. That is how it is. Well, hope you don't mind, Miss Anir. My boy here, just washed up and is beaten up. You hear Mr. Stock say? Well, Mr. Stock, no, I understand. A hurt person should be helped. That is your motto.
You guys...
I will take my leave. We can continue later. He nods to you. Mr. Damaris? Friend? Friend? As he steps out.
He looks so cool.
Yeah, that's Mr. Stock. He's the merchant. That he is. And you might be, as this woman, who is half orc, seemingly half orc, half elf.
It's Finlay, but you can call me Finn. And I kind of hand her my left hand out, or I pulled my left hand out for a handshake, and
Loelanir.
Well,
I'm something akin to a high priest.
Oh, really? Well, I mean,
yes,
I guess...
but the title's more Dancing Star.
I guess in that case, I kind of like retract my left hand and then clasp them together in like sort of a almost like prayer motion, shake them.
You found an interesting one this time. That I did. Quite the eccentric. Well, have a seat. Let's see how hurt you actually are.
This is the only time in my life that I've ever wanted to cry for good reasons, you know? Seriously, I've been going crazy.
That's rather dark. As Marcus just sits on the edge of the altar. Let's see. As she puts her hands forward and you see the tattoos glow. As she says something in a language you don't understand. Very, like, just nice on the ears language. You've heard a lot of the people here talk it. And Marcus would have introduced it as Quarry, the language of the island.
Quarry. We should take some time to try and learn some dialect.
Oh, that's quite bad. May I ask what happened?
Well, it. So, let me start from the top. I think that'd be the easiest way to do it. I'm not good at explaining things, I'll say that right for that. I'm no writer or pictographer. I'm just a guy who hits things. But, when I came in a boat for the first time to do things, I got discharged from my services, military-esque services. I spent all my money, sold kind of everything, honestly, just to go on a trip to see something beautiful for once in my life. And then the storm hit, and this thing, it was like a snake with a leather coat. It had feathers on it. It looked almost draconic, sort of. It held a claw out, and it started massacring the people in that boat.
You see, as you say massacre, everyone's face hardens.
I don't know. It told me to take its hand, but I politely screamed in its face and refused. And then
Probably
my
for the
ribs
best.
broke quite horribly, and then it killed
Yes,
me.
I can see.
It seemed powerful, almost. There's a word for this that I don't know. Omni. Omni something or other. And
Omniscient?
kind of. I think that's the word. I think. I'm not very good with vocabulary either.
It's
But-
alright.
Yeah, as that happened, I don't know. I stood up, I tried buying some time for a handful of other people. I don't know if they lived or not. He said they were going to his master or something. And then after that happened, he went below deck and just screams. Nothing but screams, just horrible sounds of men, women, and maybe even more children. And I left on a boat using this knife. Oh, sorry, and I put it away. As I probably honestly hold that out and singularly a slightly threatening way, and I kind of just set it off to the side of the pew.
No one here seems to flinch.
Right. And then the thing, it capsized, it flipped over, and there was this odd wave. It looked like there was a snake in the water. Something
Make an
that-
insight check.
Alright.
By the way, I think Lorenzo fell asleep like an hour ago.
Oh, okay.
I just want to let you know. I texted
Okay,
him,
yeah.
and he hasn't responded.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
check
only a
everything
10, by
again.
the way. Only a 10. Yeah, I get it.
Only a 10?
Yeah, a
it's
10, yeah.
not that hard to notice that as you say snake, and in tandem with large and all those other things, you see their faces, especially the seemingly paladin in the
militaristic one?
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. As he shifts and, like, steps off.
And,
A snake, you said.
Yes, it generated these horrible waves. They were so large and immense, the thing looked like it could eat like land masses or something. I don't know. I've never seen an animal so big. Reminded me of my time back in Andromeda.
Did you get a look at it?
Um,
A sense? Anything?
I saw something. When
Make a perception
perception check.
and you can add what. Yeah,
Fuck.
just make a perception
We
check.
had 12. Damn.
A 12. I'll allow you to roll a history as well and see what happens.
Please. 15. That's not that bad.
You can remake the perception check.
Nice. Wow, that's so mediocre. That's a 9. It's fucked up.
12, we'll say you remember seemingly seeing thousands of faces. That's the only thing you remember.
It looked like the thing was just writhing. It had so many faces. I don't know how to describe it. It's like I saw different races, thousands, hundreds, I don't know, of just people screaming. And then the thing, it just capsized and splintered the cruise I was on. So I was going, I was screaming at it, but it just never did anything.
You see the two clerical being, the religious ones, make eye contact, and she nods, and then he nods, and then walks away. Well, some of these injuries are a bit more magical than you'd expect. Or permanent, I'd say.
Really?
Mostly these ones, and she taps her own cheek.
Oh. Huh.
Yes, those are interesting.
Well, listen,
We can most likely heal them, but I can't.
all I'm gonna say is it seems like an issue of some kind. I don't know. I know I can tell military status from essentially anywhere, because I had a lot of people really kicking me in the rear about stupid shit way back in the day. Pardon my language. If you need a hand with anything, I'm probably gonna be here for a while. Please. Seriously, I'd love to reach out and help. Anything.
You'll fit right in. Don't worry.
I don't know. I just... I'm afraid, I feel like all these wounds on my body, as much as I've lost, the only thing that really stuck with me is all the shit up here, and I point to my head.
Well, the problem is the wounds on your cheeks are probably going to kill you if we don't do anything about it.
Ah! Whoa.
Yes, it can be fixed, don't worry, but
So I'm gonna
not
leave...
by me.
Oh. So I'm gonna leave heaven to go to actual heaven.
No, we can fix it.
Oh, good.
Well,
I'd like not to die as soon as my life starts
not
getting great.
we.
Huh?
My mistress, Lady Haloko, can most likely heal it.
She's
Kind of her specialty.
Really? Wow. I mean, she sounds like a really nice lady. I heard she keeps this place clean, which is,
Yeah, well, yes, she does rule it. As she walks up here and touches this book.
Like, get up out of the pew and kind of like limp upwards as I kind of realize all the bruising I have on like my thighs. I can like slowly stumble here, a little exhausted, like just keeping eye contact while I'm lower down.
Marcus puts his hand here.
Oh, yeah, I shouldn't.
Yeah. There's two things we could do. You can either walk yourself there, but if you're feeling up to exploring the island a bit, or she can come here.
I'd rather say hello to the locals. Honestly, I don't know.
Alright. Then feel free to walk. Marcus, you know your way to Bright Sky, correct? I do. Is that where you should go? Yes, those wounds are infected in a way. I can't say much about it, but it's dangerous, so best he gets it checked out as soon as he can. Alright. Thank you. No hell? Of course. It's my job. Marcus then lowers his head in genuine respect and walks out.
I kind of like clasp my hands in that prayer motion, and as this is kind of like awkward as we're standing next to each other, I kind of like whisper over to him, and I'm like, "You want to know something really fucked up?" As we like walk by the people praying.
What's that, son?
I think that's the first time in my life anyone's called me special.
Nah. If you're from Andromeda, that makes quite a bit of sense.
Yeah. Ironic that it's something that it's going to lead to my death. Well, I mean, you're
a bright sky.
Yeah. You're a tour guide. I'd love to go the scenic route if there is one.
In a sense.
I mean, I guess everywhere here is just a scenic route.
The isle is quite beautiful.
So from the Temple of Stars, I think if we're gonna go anywhere, like out of character here, I think what I'd like to do is, if we were taking a scenic route, probably go back through Lothario, go down to S Trinity, check it out, and then go out away from S Trinity, off over to Bright Sky.
Alright. Marcus leads you. If you want the scenic route, we can check out the lake. It's quite pretty. Yeah.
Sure. Literally, I'm pretty afraid of water, but I still love it.
Yeah, the lake's a good place to look. Just look at and enjoy. It does take a minute to get there, though. Like, the island is big, especially walking. But not nearly enough time where it's like, oh, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Especially for you who's new to this. As you go to Trinity. And you find a little house. We'll switch back to Marcus's music.
Let me... Oh shit, wait, I don't even have my own token on Albert. Oh, there.
You can save a token?
Yep.
What?
Or you have to download it yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to
Wow.
own Owlbear.
So I'm assuming over there they're local? Smells nice, whatever they're doing in there.
Yes.
Super I'd see like the smoke billowing out of the chimney.
That's one of the many druids that inhabited this area.
Really? A real druid?
Yeah.
Like the people that can turn to like birds and shit?
Sorry, dryad.
Oh. What's the difference?
One's made out of tree.
Huh. A tree person?
They
Really?
hate it when you call them that, though.
And as this happens, I step on the grass and like automatically recoil off of the grass and stick to the path.
Oh, don't worry. Treat it normally.
Okay.
As
Wow.
Marcus knocks. One moment. You hear clattering and just a bunch of nonsense. As a head pokes out, covered in what you assume is like bush at first, but it's hair.
Wow.
Hello. Oh. Hello, Marcus. Esley. How are you? I'm very good. You brought a friend.
That's right. Huh. I'm probably like speechless at this point. This is like as if I'm seeing a mythical creature for the first time ever, thinking that they didn't exist.
Howdy. How are you?
I hold my left hand out instinctively, and I like my mouth is open, but I don't say anything as I'm just kind of stuttering.
She uses her she uses her right hand and grabs the back of your hand. Nice to meet you. I'm Esley.
Flowers.
Oh, how fitting. I do that too.
Yeah. I had Finlay flowers. That's my name. Yep. You can call me Finn.
What brings you two here?
I wanted,
Sightseeing.
I really wanted to see the lake. I mean, you mentioned it, and it sounded great.
Oh, the lake. Yes, it's very nice.
Wow. This is Did you build this house yourself? I like kind of look at it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had some help, but
God,
you
that's...
can. By the way, as you're standing here, you get hit with chemical smells. This person seems to be an alchemist of some sort.
I like cough a little bit. It's really cool.
Oh, sorry about the smell. She steps out and closes the door behind her. I was working on some things.
This is every single step I take here has just been a brand new surprise. It's
Well, that is how the islands are. You seem new, so you
yeah.
best get used to it.
I feel
At
like
least for a little bit.
I feel like I'm gonna walk around a corner and I'm just gonna see dragons flying or something. I don't know. Stuff I don't.
Actually, there's no dragons here, at least to my knowledge. No, I've been here for my whole life and I haven't seen one.
Oh,
Lady Locleo might know, but I doubt it.
clear. Finlay would look a little despondent, and then kind of go back to being jovial.
You never know. There's always the elementals. They probably knows more than us.
Those things that are made out of wind and fire and stuff?
Yep.
Wow.
I mean, technically, I myself am a kin, but you know how it is.
That's... Oh, because you are... Oh!
Mm-hmm.
Wow!
How can I help both of you? No, I just thought I'd introduce.
Yeah. I think it's nice saying hello.
Ashley here is the one who made all the rooms you saw in my home.
Really?
Oh, yes, I am. They still working for you. That they are.
So you
Very
can,
well.
You can etch those things down and create heat? Using what?
Oh, yes,
magic?
it takes a little bit, but Marcus is able to get me the materials, so it's easy to make.
So impressive!
No, it's my specialty.
I don't know the magic.
No, I'm nothing compared to our chief, this.
Well, I mean, you're a lot to me.
Well, like you said, everything's new to you.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's gotta count for something, right? Oh, wow. I don't know. I mean, all the magic I saw back at home were just... some of it wasn't even magic, it was just fast hands. Although, I still had my fun with them. Being here is so wonderful. I feel like I've never breathed air so fresh, seen grass so green,
Oh, yes, that is how the islands are.
seen water so clear. I don't know. It's so weird. It's like every time I take a step, I just want to start crying. It's crazy.
Oh god.
I feel weirdly guilty for some reason too. Can't put my finger on it.
Everyone has their own story when they arrive on the islands.
True.
That is very true. Well, Ashley will leave you to your work.
Yeah.
Let's go, Finn.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And
She opens the door and you're hit by that chemical smell again.
I like stumble off.
And she disappears back into the house.
Just wave goodbye.
Well, lake's there.
Wow. Just go over and kind of stand here and ponder for a moment. I think out of game, we would just start walking back now, but in game, Finlay would probably just stand here for about 5 to 10 minutes.
Marcus would probably go back and talk with Ashley for a little bit and let you just enjoy it.
And then, yeah, we head off. We go all the way over to the...
You see over here is a bit of a mountain.
Ooh. Any history behind that one? And I'd like point over to it as we're like walking by this one.
Not particularly, just a mountain.
Huh.
But, I mean, there's quite a bit that happens here. I don't know everything.
Just a mountain. I don't know. I feel like in a place so magical like this, it'd be something scary or cool, or I don't know, like the cave of the bumblebee or something. I don't know many mythical creatures.
Nope. I mean,
Mythical creature, the bumblebee.
I mean, the king created the islands, but that was centuries ago.
King? There was a single man that did this? All of this?
Alkali, the
Alkali.
god.
Oh. Oh. Good at him. He made a place in this world that isn't fucking miserable.
Well, he sort of made it as a gift to his children, so kind of made it nice.
Oh. What a nice dad.
Yeah, from what I've heard, though nobody's ever met him, at least other than his children. As you're walking, you see a beautiful building. It seems even brighter here. Trees, this slight like wall around it. See this place?
This is just so pristine. So great. it's so wow.
That is how it is. you notice this place has no doors. There are like essentially Japanese style like paper walls, wooden roof, thick heavy posts holding it up. You can see straight through the courtyard and you see a female figure talking to a shirtless Triton. And this woman is beautiful, even from this distance. Just drop dead,
Wow.
glowing, essentially.
She's
Wouldn't try your luck. That's Loca herself.
really? Oh, the. Huh.
Yep.
That'd probably be like. Finlay would be like biting the bottom of his lip. Slightly. Kind of
Before entering, Marcus lowers his head a bit as like a show of respect and then walks through.
He'd do the same awkwardly. And then he'd follow behind him. The following is.
Make a perception check as you get closer.
Perception. That's really good, actually. 21.
You hear the Triton speak. Yes. Vanaway called in. They should be here soon, but seems like it's getting closer. It was close enough for one of the fishers to come in, grab it. Well, could be worse. It could have been someone other than Marcus. I suppose. And it's just so close. Yes. Finlay's growing worried. Well, reasonable.
Hey, Marcus.
Yes.
I like whispered to him. Finlay, he was that militaristic fellow that.
Ah, yes, the paladin. Yes, he was.
Oh.
Why do you ask?
I guess I just wanted some confirmation. I'm not good with names.
No, well. Marcus then raises his voice. My lady? Hello, Crow? Tien? Speak of the devil.
My lieges? And I kind of like that.
None of that. None of that. Hello, Crow. It's a pleasure to meet you. And she takes a few steps forward. This woman, darker skinned, long black hair, seemingly elvish in nature, glowing orangish eyes, gold around her neck, and just general whites that gradient into this mix of teals and pinks around her waist, like a bandolier of flowers, essentially. She wears a dress that goes just below the knees. She smiles. It's a pleasure to meet you. I believe you're Finn, correct?
As she kind of approaches, Finlay, his mouth would be quivering slightly. He would gulp, and his face would be a little red. Flowers, yeah. Finn Flowers.
What a lovely name.
Thanks.
No need for my liege. I just look over the islands.
I mean,
Hello, Cleo, as I stated, and this is Tien. I'm essentially her second in command.
well, it's good to meet you, sir.
Yes, he's the head of the Akuri.
Akira?
They're my people.
Huh.
Yes.
Well, I mean, he has the body for it.
I like you. But yes,
Well,
the temple told me, or at least let us know that
ah,
you had some issues. And I can see that.
information spreads really fast. Wow. You guys are
Yes,
quite efficient.
well, no point. You can't be lazy if you're not efficient.
True.
So, come.
Oh, okay.
And she takes a few steps forward.
He kind of stutters and stumbles over himself and he follows.
She takes your hand and leads you over to the center of this area.
Let me make
She
a
then-
wisdom save. Real quick. Yeah, he's blushing.
Yeah, she
yeah.
knows. She's a goddess. Her
Yep.
stats are fucking 30s across the board.
Yeah, it's her thing. Yep.
She smiles. Just, well, let's see. And she gets a bit closer. Puts a hand and puts the back of her hand on the scab. Let's see.
You know,
Oh, that is quite bad. I see why Lohei couldn't do anything. Well, as she takes a few steps back and puts a hand on her stomach and almost dances in a way, the light in the area shifts as your vision doesn't blur but is almost flashbanged.
oh my good eye. Ow.
Yes, sorry about that, but you can hear she's moving around you as she speaks. This is how my things do. She spins, and again you're flashbanged, and again, and then again. She ends up in the same place. You gain a bardic inspiration die of a D12.
Ooh, wow.
As well as all diseases and effects are removed from you. So the concussion is gone. You feel the scabs heal. As this, the bloody, carapace flakes off and then scatters into light. You feel the bruises ease up. Even some of the minor scars across you heal up.
Oh my. Wow. Can I, get up for what?
Yep.
Seconds? I feel like a new man!
That tends to have that effect. Well, that also means it worked.
I think I would start to lean in for a hug and then realize it's too soon.
She steps in and gives you a hug. Well,
Really, thank
I
you.
don't normally ask for repayment, but do you mind if I look into your head and see what you saw? That snake that you mentioned seems to get people on edge.
Sure, I don't mind. As long as it doesn't get
Oh,
cut me
wonderful.
open.
And she just pokes you in the forehead and your vision goes black.
Oh gosh.
Your first death saving throw.
Oh, I technically made him earlier.
That's true.
And then she pulls her hand back and you shoot back into reality.
Oh!
Well,
Oh! Oh.
that? See, her smile is still there, but you can see in her eyes it's shifted a bit.
I. Oh my. Ugh, I feel nauseous. I take a seat in the road. As if I was already not.
She steps past you and just... Well, Tien, it's it. At least what Foley described. Understood, I'll let them know. Yes.
Is there anything more I could do? I kind of stumble on my feet here and look at.
No, you
specific-
telling us, you getting us this is more than enough.
Really? I mean, I
Yes,
may be.
information makes the world go round, so don't worry about it.
Well, I may be kind of crippled, but I'm still pretty able-bodied. If you need a man to do something physical, I mean, I'd love to help.
Mokuyo holds her hand up. Don't worry about it.
Really?
The islands can defend themselves. Enjoy yourself here. You just got here, so no need to put you to work immediately.
I did actually spend all my money on a vacation. Guess this is my
Oh, Marcus, have you not told him?
to
Right, Finn. The islanders don't really use money.
What?
It's a you do this, I do this type of system. Bartering, favors.
so my hard work can get rewarded properly and compensated, not dependent off of how I look and how I act?
Precisely.
Wow!
That's why my brother insisted we go like this.
I wanna punch something, but in the best way possible.
You hear Tien laugh. I do like you. Well, you two best get back to the town. Marcus, why don't you show him around?
Cheers.
Yes, it was a pleasure to meet you, Finn.
Really nice meeting you too.
Always is. And Hilligleo then stands in the center, and Tien walks with her as they walk down this way.
Tien, listen. I just want to shout to him as he's moving by. I don't know, ever in the future, just, you know where to find me. Because I bet I'm going to be with Big Marcus here for quite a while. You ever need somebody?
I'll keep that in mind.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. God, this place is amazing!
That it does. Don't fall too head over heels for the lady.
Yeah.
He puts a hand on your shoulder. Now then, I have this amazing place called Javi's Paradise I want to show you.
Really? Huh.
And that is where we will end your session 0.
That was
well,
great.
more specifically, lead into some exposition.
Okay.
After that, a lot happens. A lot. You experience every holiday on the islands. You experience what will be the start of the session, of the campaign, which is the New Year's Day festival. You learn a good bit of Quarry, and though it takes you a hot minute, you are able to pick up the language. So add Quarry.
Sick. Let me do that real quick.
I have a question.
Yes.
Am I on a different island?
Yep, you're on Chilcata.
Because, okay, I was gonna say because I have a different god. Okay.
Oh yeah, one thing about what's it called, Finlay. I don't know if any of them know this. He praises Rome.
Yep.
So I don't know if I'm assuming they know of that god. Presumably, maybe. I don't know.
Marcus does.
Oh. How do you spell quarry?
Quori.
O-R-I. I'm just typing it in as a custom for use.
In Jordan, you would have this
I was
language
gonna say,
too.
I'm assuming. Would I know common?
I hope.
Yes.
I was
think
raised
everybody would.
here.
Yeah. Quarry is taught as people talk it, and then common is taught as like you should probably learn this language.
It's like the Spanish of America.
Yeah.
Except people actually did it.
It's closer to like the French of Quebec.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Right.
Or it's like they're spoken in tandem.
I'm gonna stop the stream now, and then I'm gonna upload the thingamabob. So, goodbye.
What was it called?